Good morning, student. Yesterday we have discussed about miscellaneous methods. In that we have discussed about reinforcement and thermal methods. Today we discuss about soil healing. So next method. In this method we are placing a reinforcement. Usually soil healing means it's a reinforcement which is inserted in the soil so that the tensile strength of the soil can be increased. First I will explain how this can be done. So usually this is the components here. So first one is component is soil and reinforcement, then the facing element is here. So usually, so whenever there is a problem of slopes, usually soil healings is done for the slopes where the slopes are very weak in tension. So because soil is very strong in compression and weak in tension, so that's why we make see, for example, here in this figure, so there is a road here, so nearby that there is a slope. So there is, due to this slope weathering, due to the weathering, there is a chance of slope due to erosion or maybe weathering or anything. So this slope may be collapsed on the roads. So in order to prevent this, we make try using soil nailing. We make this slope stable. So for that, first we have to make 1 to 1.5 meter excavate this soil. Then using the cement paste, we shotcrete this surface and provide a mesh on this surface. So this is mesh here. So then there is some spacing we have met and provide soil nailing here. So soil nailing will be inserted into the ground surface perpendicular to this ground, inserted. Then above that there is a facing element. This is called as facing element. So here this is the facing element. So facing element is this is square pattern, is square facing element, and it is jointed. Then above that the exposed surface of the nail is shotcreted. Shotcreted means using some cement paste or cement plus fine sand. It is with the pressure of the grout, it is pressed on that surface so that surface is covered with this one. So usually soil nailing consists of a passive reinforcement of existing ground by inclusion closely spread steel bars. Here there is a steel bars which may be subsequently enclosed in grout. So it consists of there is a three components, that is native soil. That's all, whatever soil is here already I told. Then reinforcement, this is a reinforcement, that is nail is nothing but reinforcement. Then facing element, so this is a facing element. Once you insert this nail inside, then there is a gap between reinforcement and soil. It is grouted with any grout material. Usually resins you are using for grouting of this one. So usually favorable soil for the soil nailing is steep to hard fine grained soils, dense to very dense granular soils with some apparent cohesion, means some cohesion value, and weathered rock with no weakness plains and glacial soils. So these are the favorable soils for soil nailing. Unfavorable soils, dry, poorly graded cohesionless soils, soils with high groundwater conditions, soils with cobbles and boulders, and very soft to fine grained soils, organic soils. These are the soils which are not favorable for these type of nailings. So next method that is called as gabion walls. So gabion walls are constructed used to construct of a retaining walls, embankments and erosion control walls. So gabion walls can be utilized as or used as a retaining walls, embankments and erosion control walls. Usually this is called as gabion walls. First, whenever we construct gabion walls with the help of mesh, right? It may be there may be prefabricated box made of rods, it may be wires or mesh. So maybe you can use mesh or rods or maybe prefabricated boxes. First we have to make from bottom, if there is a slope here, for example behind this, if there is a slope, then you can use as this one as a retaining wall. Example, retaining wall. So then what you do is you have to provide with the help of mesh or wire or prepayment boxes. You make a rectangular boxes here. So this is a rectangle box, then one rectangular box here. So it is made up of wire or mesh or rod. So with that 4 corners, so side, 2 sides, bottom and can be closed mesh, and top is open. Then some locally available materials, you fill this box. Then after filling the box, then they are entirely tied with meshes. Then again second layer, then also same thing, you have to fill the local material in this, all sides, top only open, all things are mesh is closed. Then again fill it, then close this one by another mesh, then this mesh is interconnected with this one, same thing this one, and above that next another layer, another layer, another layer. You go on placing this gabion ones and interconnect one by one, so that it acts as a your retaining wall, it acts as an erosion control wall, or it can acts as an embankment also. So this is a very cheapest method. Only you need to provide a mesh is required here. So remaining is locally available stones, whatever available stones that area, so you fill it, and only thing, you whatever your mesh is size is there, it is smaller than that size of the whatever filling material. So you maintain that, so that this is actually acts as a very good embankment or erosion control wall, or it is as a beneficial retaining walls. So this completes gabion walls. Thank you.